In a battlefield of 1945, a squad is struggling to withstand and counter the enemy's relentless assaults. This squad, composed of brave soldiers, is led by a sergeant, fighting valiantly against the odds. Despite having called for reinforcements, timely aid has not arrived, forcing them to hold their ground with the limited weapons and manpower they have. Winston and Smith are junior sergeants in the squad. They are not only comrades but also deeply close friends. In every battle, they fight side by side, fiercely defending their position together. During a break, Smith pulls out a family photo from his uniform pocket. It shows his family, his mother, his younger sister, and himself. His father is no longer alive, so it's just the three of them. He also shows another photo of his younger sister, Susie, whom he loves dearly. He shares that Susie works as a telephone operator in their hometown. Winston takes the photo of Susie from Smith's hand and looks at it. As he gazes at the picture, an unfamiliar feeling stirs within him, a growing affection for Susie. The following days, Winston often asks to see Susie's photo, unable to resist the pull of his emotions. Noticing this, Smith asks Winston if he has feelings for his sister. Winston admits that he does. Smith promises that once they return from the front lines, he will introduce Winston to Susie and even help arrange a match between them. Encouraged by this, Winston buys an engagement ring in anticipation. One day, during an intense battle, the enemy's assault becomes overwhelmingly fierce. The squad is pinned down in their trenches, unable to even lift their heads due to the relentless gunfire. Suddenly, Winston hears a cry and turns to see Smith clutching his chest, collapsing to the ground. Winston immediately rushes to him, cradling him and urging him to stay conscious. Realizing the gravity of his condition, Smith takes out the family photo and Susie's picture from his pocket. He also removes his dog tag necklace and places it in Winston's hand. Moments later, Smith succumbs to his injuries, his neck slumping as he passes away. Before dying, he whispers a final request: "Take care of my family, and marry my sister." Winston promises to fulfill his friend's last wish.
Marching forth, strong and steady.
Shortly after, Smith breathes his last.
We stand ready, side by side. We heed the call for honor, duty give our all. Thunder rolls and cannon shake, hearts of steel, there's no mistaking. Through the night and through the pain, we rise, we fight, we stand again.
Winston has returned to his regiment and is carrying out his regular duties. He received a telegram from his family informing him that Smith had fallen in battle. He also sent a telegram saying that he would visit Smith's family on his day off. Winston is content as he looks at a photo of Smith's family, especially when he sees Susie's picture. He feels even happier and thinks to himself, Susie, one day I will come to you and ask for your hand in marriage. Suddenly, the sound of a whistle interrupts, and everyone gathers in formation in front of the barracks, waiting for the commander. Soon, the commander arrives.
Comrades, we will soon be heading to the front lines. We must rescue an allied unit trapped in enemy territory. The terrain is rough, the weather is harsh, and the enemy's strength is unpredictable. But a duty is a duty, so let's fulfill it with excellence. Dismissed. Everyone, get ready.
After about half an hour of preparation, everyone boards the relevant vehicles. The tank group has already started their engines. Soon, everyone is ready, and the order to move out is given. They all set off with high morale. Sergeant Winston led a special commando unit that was ready for combat. The battalion commander issued necessary orders. At 2300 hours, the commando unit quietly departed from the base. They approached the enemy camp, assessed the surrounding situation, and infiltrated the camp. They silently eliminated the guards. Despite the difficulties, they managed to enter the room where the hostages were held. After rescuing the hostages, they faced intense enemy fire upon exiting the camp. Both sides exchanged fire, and they managed to break out of the camp. Winston provided cover fire from the rear. The enemy's firepower was extremely intense. Suddenly, amidst the gunfire, Winston fell to his knees and collapsed. The team members ahead tried to pull him along, but he refused. He decided to stay behind to cover their retreat in order to save the hostages. The remaining team members obeyed his command and continued their journey. Winston alone resisted numerous enemies but was eventually overwhelmed and captured. The enemy shot him at close range and pushed his body down the slope. The sound of flowing water and birds chirping could be heard. Winston was in and out of consciousness, unable to open his eyes, gazing at the vast sky above. Tears streamed down his face. In his heart, he apologized, "Smith, forgive me. I couldn't fulfill the duty you gave me. I'm so sorry. If I am ever reborn as a human, let us be friends again." Winston's head gradually tilted to the side, and his entire body became still. A partially exposed photo in his pocket and a fallen lanyard lay on the ground. At that moment, the sky was filled with the cries of eagles and hawks soaring above.
Marching forth, strong and steady, through the fire we stand ready. Side by side we heed the call, for honor, duty, give our all. Thunder roars and cannon shake, hearts of steel, there's no mistaking.